Hi, I'm Kim Sells with Amplify. I want to welcome you to our video training series. If you're watching this short video, you're a successful real estate agent or broker who's wanting to take your business to the next level. In this video series, I'm going to educate you on why you're not closing more properties, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do to fix this. In each video, there are several factors in your control that you can affect without any investment to enable you to grow your profits. So the first thing I want to tell you is that when we talk about growing profits, what we're talking about is defining what winning is. Where are you going as a company from a profit standpoint? Now, obviously, you want to be more profitable, right? Well, to do that, you need to define what winning is. You need to consider that it may take a different strategy to get you to that next level. For example, if you're a $10 million company and you want to go to 50, well, most likely that's going to require you to develop a different strategy. The strategy that you use today has gotten you to 10 million. Maybe it's even gotten you to 50, but it's not going to get you where you want to go without evaluating it. So you need to take a look at your current strategy, because strategy is what you do to win profits. Now, in our second video, we'll cover who you're losing those profits to. There's actually 5 forces that your company is losing profits to. How you beat them is your strategy. And strategy is just an integrated set of choices that you use to position your company to beat those 5 forces. So for example, one of those 5 forces is rivals. There are dozens of realtors in your area that you must compete with for profits. Rivals and the other 4 forces are costing you money. You need a strategy for each and every force. You need to understand that your existing strategy may not take you where you want to go. So going forward, I'm going to give you an idea about strategy, a strategy that you might want to consider. Now, when you look at your marketplace, you see faces, you see tall, you see short, you see male, you see female. Well, in 2018, you need to change this strategy. Demographic targeting isn't going to get you where you want to go. Each and every one of these people are right now searching for a product. They could be actively pursuing the purchase or sale of real estate. What you have to do is to be able to use behavioral targeting to find those people that are actively pursuing a purchase of what you sell, which is houses. So when you take the words actively pursuing, that means they're doing research. So the first thing you have to understand is that in all your marketing, you don't want to be company centric. You don't want to talk about who you are or how great you are or your results. Instead, you need to be customer centric. You need to understand their specific problem. What's important to them when they look to buy or sell property? Listen to them and educate them. You probably suspect this, but 90% of buyers start their search for property online. 70% of buyers and 75% of sellers find their agent online. And 70% work with that first agent that they speak to. So this means you need to be omnipresent online. You need to be in front of them first, and you need to educate them. If you're the first company in front of them and you're providing value that is educating them, then you're sitting in first place to be their agent. It's a basic fundamental of sales that you have to build a relationship before you sell. And nowadays, that happens digitally. In the third video, we're going to talk about where all sales start, because there's 2 very specific places that they start. And if you know where those are, then you can leverage behavior targeting. So when you look at this screen, your business shouldn't be focused on male or female. Don't look at the demographic. You need to understand the behavior, not the demographic. Now in this slide, the color represents behavior. Your job is to understand that there's a set of behaviors that lead up to a purchase of a property. And your strategy from this day forward should be to figure out the path that they take for that purchase. For instance, if I'm buying a car, there's a series of things that I can do before I visit that car dealership. Every company has this, including yours. The red represents the behavior of people that are actively pursuing a purchase. Typically, the 3% of your marketplace that are actively ready to buy right now. They're your greatest probability of profit, your quickest path to profit, your best use of your company's resources for profit, and it's the biggest opportunity that you have. Now, if your idea is to advertise to everybody on the screen, just hoping to hit the reds, well, that's a failed strategy. I mean, yes, every now and then you're going to get a sale, but you have to hope that you don't waste too much money on all the other colors just in search of the red. What you should be doing is only advertising to the people that are in market. actively pursuing the purchase or sale of property. Those are your prospects with the highest probability of saying yes. So what you don't know is killing you, and that's where most companies fail. You have to know what you don't know, and that's where the challenge is. When I started this video, I asked you to be open-minded, to explore and consider change. There are technologies that we're going to talk about in the next few videos that will show you what you don't know. 3% of knowledge is what you know. 7% is what you know you don't know. For example, I don't know how to pilot a submarine. And 90% is what you don't know that you don't know. So when you look at that screen above, there's technology out there, and we have that technology. And we're going to be able to show you how you can look at that screen and not see anything but the red, and only the red. There's no more advertising to the haystack to find the needle. The best use of your resources, the best probability of profits, the quickest path to profits is to only advertise to those people that are in market. Only advertise to the red. You need to be doing that starting yesterday. Now, if you get nothing else out of this video series, it's that new innovations are changing the way that we market real estate or other products. These advances in technology allow us to support a new concept called people-based marketing. And that's the ability to recognize and run ads to either a past customer or a prospect on all their devices, on any marketing platform, online or offline. Now, that technology, that exists. And that's the marketing that you should be doing, because it's going to find the red, and it's only going to advertise to the red. When you can target people by name, meaning you know who they are, you actually start with a manifest of people, a list of names, if you will, that you advertise to. Then you can compare the sales at the end, and this allows you to give proper attribution to each and every dollar on every single channel and on every single device, online or offline, that's being utilized. So when I say to you only market to people that are in market, what I'm saying is this is the best use of your limited resources. Because at the end of the day, this is the formula that matters. For you to be profitable, it's price minus cost. If you're advertising to the haystack, your costs go up. If cost goes up in this formula, that means your profits go down. If you're advertising to everyone, when you should only be advertising to the people that are ready to make a purchase right now, then you don't have a system that can tell you when people are coming into the marketplace to buy what you sell, you're not going to be able to get a premium price. Because if somebody gets to them first, they're going to have what we call frame control. They're going to be able to control the perspective of how that person sees the problem, and therefore the solution. Your competitor is going to define what value is. They're going to set the buying criteria for that prospect, and you're going to struggle to get the premium price. Now, the definition of competitive advantage is to either get a premium price, a lower cost, or both. It's actually possible for you to get both. In every instance, you can do this. Now, this is a formula. This is not a formula. This is a fact. You compete against 5 forces, which we're going to cover in the next video. And I'm going to show you how all these 5 forces affect your profit. Now, I've given you the beginnings of a strategy for how you're going to compete against these 5 forces. When you get up in the morning, these are the forces that you have to beat. We're going to cover this in the next video. Thanks for your time.